Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the eclipse season. Now, it's significant to note that during eclipse season, for one thing, the solar eclipse is deeply impacting mutable energy sources from about 14 degrees to 24 degrees. And then something else that's significant to really align yourself with is that during the lunar eclipse, the sun and Mercury will align in Aries. So we go from this solar eclipse that's going to be happening in Pisces to this alignment followed by a lunar eclipse that's going to be happening in Aries. Well, the lunar eclipse is going to be happening in Libra, but the alignment for you, your planet, is going to be aligning with the sun in Aries. So there is a lot going on for you. What stands out to me is the seventh house. Seventh house rules partnerships and unions. There's a lot going on with unions and partnerships in your life right now, as the lunar eclipse is an accumulative energy in Libra. Libra rules partnerships, but your solar eclipse is in the seventh house. So let's talk a little bit about this. So a solar eclipse is the moon passes between the sun and the earth and prevents the sun from shining when the sun is in the new moon shadow. The new moon's energetic power overrides your ability to shine in the house that this event is emphasizing. So without the sun, nothing would exist on this planet. When the solar event happens, your sun's energy goes under a massive reboot. You're probably sitting here wondering and critical of the fact that I'm reading. I'm going to tell you why I'm reading. First of all, mutable energy is out of control. It is being squared off by Saturn, and I have a Gemini rising. So in order for me to receive constant message or for it not to be a scattered message, I had to write down my words and then deliver them instead of just attempting to think that I can control the way that mutable energy is not going to scatter my thought process. The reason I'm telling you all of this is because it is actually something that is going to resonate with you or going to challenge you during this lunar event, solar eclipse event. So what I want you to understand is that when mutable energy is squaring off with Saturn, there's fire and water meeting and squaring, which creates a lot of confusing steam. What happens is it fogs up any rose-colored glasses that you have. Pisces energy is the ultimate rose-colored glasses, and then you have fire-based fixed energy sitting in Saturn, which Saturn is all about realization, and it is just fogging up your rose-colored glasses to where you have to take them off and look intently at what it's emphasizing. So knowing this is when you receive some sort of clarity. So the solar event happens when the sun, when the solar event happens, the sun goes through this massive reboot. And since solar energy represents new beginnings, it is the time for your soul's desire to meet and transform so that it can elevate you to the next level. You can automatically tell that mutable energy is difficult right now, just by the way that unless I wrote it down, I would not be able to deliver this message. Because you're a mutable energy, I'm already losing focus even on the page. I want you guys to understand that when you start to channel energy, it channels you in whatever energy source you're in. And so I'm going to try to deliver this effectively. So your ruler is idealizing the type of family and hope that you have and desire. You are picturing the perfect partner and trying to find a way to create a new beginning that fits that ideal picture. You are so caught up in this illusion that you may be failing to see something that you need to see in your current home and family dynamic. So your fantasy is okay to align with as long as you accept that there will be a great deal of work to do to attain this ideal picture. This energy is about taking off the rose-colored glasses and considering your family situation that for what it truly is. It is not about being critical. It is about being compassionate and solving the problems that exist. Don't keep hoping that your partner may solve these issues. Maybe your family does not support the partner you've chosen, or this would not go away without making them see who this person really is. So it's time to stand up and defend those less fortunate in this scenario. So this isn't about letting somebody else take care of this family dynamic. This is about you being proactive. This can be difficult because for you, this is about masculine and feminine energy butting heads. You are much more a passive creature. You align yourself pretty much with dominant personality types, and you're hoping that somebody else will solve this problem. But this is about you discovering your voice and finding a way to resolve this family issue or this family dynamic or this issue regarding a partner. All the stress of this will test the strength of that relationship. For those connected with soulmates or twin flames, you will make it through this challenge and merge the gap between fantasy and reality. For those that are in karmic relationships, this stress will cause a fissure to become an absolute crack that can't be merged between you and your family and this partner. So beware of the square that you are trying. Beware of the square and try to remember to be loving and compassionate during this time. It will be easy to be debatable and kill people or kill ideas or limit mindsets with words. But you have to understand that your point is not going to be received well. There's a sense that everybody's opinionated in this energy. There's a sense of loss of control in this energy because of the whole Saturn square. So it would be mindful for you to have just an overall perspective and just allow for this to be a mutable situation and see where it goes. So for those in karmic relationships, the stress will cause this relationship to actually end. To me, this energy when I was writing it down was like, do I choose family or do I choose my relationship? Or is, it's going to be difficult to meet in the middle because of the extreme opinions in this particular situation. So you are idealizing an outcome, but there's some reality that you need to face. Others are mirroring that deficiency and they're telling you about it. So it's important to acknowledge the opposing opinion so that you understand where you are going wrong, or what you're not seeing, or what they're seeing that isn't true. There's something in this dynamic that there's just a realization. New beginnings can sometimes be motivated by endings. So remember that you are not seeing something that you need to see right now. Energy is making things cloudy and unpredictable. Your mind is not completely focused on what you want the end result to be, because how could it be? You're a piece of clay, and your clay is very, very flooded right now with water-based energy. And so even if you try to mold this into what you want it to do, eventually it will, if you sat it there long enough, you will start to lose the form. Your mind is not completely focused on the end result. Therefore, you may be too attached to the emotion right now to make a logical decision. So logic does need to play into this. The logic would tell you wait for the clay to dry out and then concentrate on shifting or concentrate on molding this into a form that can last. But you're in a solar event and it's difficult. Your heart desires something. It's difficult for you to truly compute and allow the transformation to completely happen. So this next year is your year. I do want to talk about this. Virgo energy is being expanded by the North Node and Jupiter. There is no way for you to predict an outcome right now, so it's just best to stop trying to control where this energy is going to manifest results. You can't see everything right now. All of your personal planets are in immutable energy. A master sculptor in the heavens is sculpting your potential. This isn't an amateur sculptor. This is the master sculptor. So there is much to learn. Do not think that you have all the answers. I know that you think that you do. That's why you're hypercritical of others. But I am telling you right now, you do not understand what you're going to turn into when the node shifted into Virgo and then Jupiter combined with this and expanded Jupiter energy. This is a point of you are going to shapeshift into something that is going to be something I don't think you understood that you could be, potential. So you have no idea what you will manifest. And that once you're done, understand that it is a masterpiece. When you have this type of divine intervention, the North Node changing into this, there is a sense that something is coming and it's big. So let's talk about the lunar event that's going to be happening for you. So in this lunar eclipse, the Earth blocks the sun from casting a shadow over the moon. This astrological event is significant because the sun's desire to shine will override your emotional vulnerabilities. So this is why endings are associated, because there's a sense of masking the emotional ramification and dealing with what makes your sun shine. So the lunar eclipse is going to be in Libra, combined with a powerful alignment that I told you about. Your sun is aligning with Mercury at that point. And it is merging with what your heart desires on, with what your mind is on a very, very survival-based, simplistic mode. So you are weighing out the significance of all this forward focus mentally so that you can evaluate what you need and you want. Family right now is something that you value deeply, and you feel that you need to provide both financial and emotional support to a home and family member that demands your attention. You're very, very dutiful, very responsible in this energy. It is time to put an ending to a relationship that is dividing your closest relationship. There is no holding back your opinion regarding what you should do and the actions you should take, as well as how you should follow through. For some of you, there will be no middle ground. Financial disputes are in question. I think you want to seek a fair conclusion that considers all in it, which may be difficult. You may find a solution and take the lead in finding this resolution that considers the pros and cons of everybody's energy. At the end, all the scattered energy is going to be stirring up things around home and family for many of you. So there is no escaping the fact that whatever's going on is dramatically going to manifest some tremendous growth and change in your home and family. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again.